Hey guys, this is Andrew for TradingSenses.com. So I'm a professional trader and I've been working for several big investment banks like HSBC or Commerzbank in the past 5 years in Hong Kong. And I've just started to make some YouTube videos where I mostly talk about technical analysis, and I try to show you guys everything I see at work, all the different techniques that we have to analyze market movements. So I know that a lot of you guys maybe think like, all right, technical analysis is bullshit, this is not working because markets are efficient. Well, that's not true. Markets are not efficient. And there are a lot of ways to actually take advantage of different situations by using some very adapted and powerful tools. And this is technical analysis. So of course, there is no way to be 100% sure of what's going to happen. But trading is not being always right. It's about making money. It's about being more right than wrong. It's about expected gains and probabilities. In this video, bring you into my world. So you're going to need to use your imagination. And I'm going to show you some real life examples that illustrate why technical analysis is working because of actually the different psychological mechanisms that are behind it. And trust me that after watching this video, you're gonna see things very differently and you're gonna understand why technical analysis is working. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so like I said, you're gonna need in this video to use a bit your imagination. Let me bring you into my world and I'm gonna try to explain to you guys why technical analysis is working by using actually some psychological mechanisms that all the investors have. For example, let's imagine that the market is actually a giant battlefield. All right, and you have buyers and sellers that every day they fight for what they think is right. They think that this stock should be higher, so they just buy it. All right, so the ammunition they use is actually money. And where they're going to put this money, they're going to put it in the different stocks that they're going to use. So stocks are weapons. So we are at war every day. This is what is happening on the markets. And actually technical analysis is like a survival kit. For example, you have like first aid medicine, you have a compass that is going to help you to identify where is the camp of the bulls and the camp of the bears. It's going to tell you as well when it's time to retreat. If, for example, a resistance has been broken and you were a buyer, you know that it's time to take your loss, to like just cut your position and not get wiped out, because this is what happens on the market. Some people, they lose everything. And it's like, you know, you don't want to be this dead body that they're going to find on the battlefield the day after because they just, you know, they couldn't leave. Sometimes it's time to retreat. You need to know it, you need to do it in order to participate in the next battle. All right. So technical analysis is what is going to help you to identify the support and the resistance levels, because this is what it is all about. And to know, for example, where to buy your entry level at the support level. The target is going to be the next resistance level, and you're going to put your stop loss just behind your support or resistance, depending if you're a buyer or a seller. All right. So now let me go a bit deeper. So stay with me, follow me, guys, and let's imagine. And I really see things this way. This is my vision. When I do technical analysis, when I trade on the markets, this is what I see. I see that the market price is actually alive. To me, it's like a living being. It has emotions, it has memory, you know, just like a plant. I mean, plants don't have emotions. Maybe they do, but for sure they have memory. And what is a plant trying to do? It's just trying to grow, all right? And this will make sense because, like, for example, the market price actually reflects the development of humans' economy, all right? So it's actually just reflecting the development of the man. So it's indeed something that is growing, that is trying to grow, and that has sometimes some obstacles that it needs to overcome in order to get bigger, to get stronger. So this is what is happening. And look, for example, there is a very famous indicator that I love to use. It's called Fibonacci. You know, so Fibonacci is a famous mathematician from the 12th century, and he understood that everything that is growing is actually following some patterns, all right? So you have this golden number, 1.618, and everything that is growing actually is a ratio of this number. For example, when a plant is growing, the different leaves, they're going to have this ratio between them. So the next leaf is going to be, you know, bigger than the first one, so on and so forth. And this is how a plant is developing. And this is as well the same reasons that make that Fibonacci ratio are working on the market, because the market is actually the same thing. It's just something that is alive. It is alive, guys, and it is trying to grow. So let me take the example of the S&P 500 to better illustrate what I mean. So here you had the US presidential elections. So this is the S&P 500. This was in November, and you had this very strong rally here. And we were actually trading above the all-time high. So here, we had some kind of, a consolidation at this level, and then suddenly it got broken. So here, that this was resistance, it becomes support. You have this very huge gap up, guys, very huge. And then we are in a no man's land. There is no, it's a new all-time high. But some people decided that it's time to take profits. All right, it's their decision. And they were followed by more people. All right, only one guy is selling is not enough on the S&P 500. You had a massive selling pressure that started to occur here. It took some time because it never happens right away. I am on the hourly time frame, so in a matter of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, the selling pressure was too harsh for the buyers to fight back. So the market got rejected quite brutally. So when you are rejected brutally, maybe it happened to you guys. I don't know which kind of situation, but it all happened to us, to get rejected brutally, physically, to get beaten up. This is what happened to the market here. This is what happened to those buyers, all right? And this left a very strong mark. This leaves a memory. You remember what happened in this area, and when you get back to it, you are scared. You are scared, even if you don't show it, you're scared. You got beaten up, you're scared. So what are you gonna do? If this situation happens to you in the real life, you go back to your friends, you go back to take some fresh ammunition, to get some fresh weapons, you reload and you fire back, all right? This is what you would do if you were at war. And this is actually what those buyers are doing. They go back to the camp, to the bull camp, they take some fresh energy, which is actually liquidity, which is money, and they use this money to fire back. And they go back to this battle field that is just above to the next resistance level. And look, they're not even touching it, they get rejected. So here the bears are in control. They are very strong. They know that it's their camp and that they have enough ammunition not to get beaten right now. But this is why you always have this kind of build-up, guys. When you have new levels to overcome, new resistance level, you're never gonna blow right through it and then it's done. You blew right through it, and then you have this battle. This is the consolidation that can last for a few days or even a few weeks. All right, this lasts a few weeks, and then same thing. The market comes back here, gets some new buyers, and then gets back to the resistance level where you can see it resisted for a few hours here, and then suddenly it got broken up. And this is the beautiful thing. But just one more thing I want to say here is like why the sellers, they were confident here. It's actually some guys that were confident, that made money, but it's mostly guys that were long here and that didn't sell, all right? So how do you think they felt here? If this happens to you, if you are long, this stock goes very high, everybody's happy, some of your friends are selling, you're not selling, and then the market loses 3% and you lose all the profits you made. You feel very bad, you feel stupid, you're full of regrets, and those regrets are what gonna drive you actually to take a different decision. You're like, oh, I should have sold here. So if the opportunity happens again here 2 weeks later, so that's why market has memory, because 2 weeks later the same level is gonna act as resistance again, because those sellers that didn't manage to take the profits, they're gonna say, all right, it's the right time for me to take my profits. Funny thing is that usually when resistance is tested like 3-4 times, it becomes weaker. Buyers get confidence and they usually manage to break it, usually with a gap up. So this is what happened here. This is what happened here as well. You have this gap up, we gap above the resistance level, and we just retest it and go higher. And the beautiful thing about technical analysis, guys, is that once this resistance level is broken, it becomes support, and it's going to be the same thing happening again. And you can see here, you see, retested here, then we go higher, we come back here. Once again, who is buying here? So it might be the guys that were buying here, but most likely it's all the sellers that here feel so wrong. They feel like, I'm not in this battle, the guys are just everybody's making money, the bulls are winning, and I want to participate in this battle. But guys, if you don't, you know, put your money and your energy into a battle, you won't get the benefits of it. It's not going to be for you. If you want to be into it, you need to fight, you need to put your money. So this is what they're going to do. They're going to start to buy here, even buy more here, and they're going to be on the right side. All right, guys, so I hope I managed to explain to you guys how I see things, and this is really how I see it. All right, it's a constant battle, and you only need to know who is in control, who has more ammunition. You know, it's always about flows, about money, to finding the right support and resistance levels, and to understand when a battle is won and when a battle is lost. All right, so that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to click the like, sub and bell button, so you're gonna be the first to know when I upload anything new. And stay close to shore. I'll see you guys.